Here we go. At the right side of the map, in the red color, the player for FXO. The second place at Codas, we have
FXO Leenock.
And sexy Zerg voice is sexy.
Yeah, Leenock, of course, here by virtue of winning MLG Providence. And here's his opponent, though, who has won a tournament or two himself. He is none other than
Slayers MMA.
Of course, he beat MVP in Codes. I'm trying to remember if MMA... I don't think he's technically won anything else. He came in second in the Super Tournament, though. And by the way, let's not forget the fact that these guys actually met in MLG Providence. MMA was seated pretty high, and Leenock faced him on his way up.
4 maps.
And was it 4 maps?
I have them on 4 maps. 2 were ended in the favor of Leenock and 2 in favor of MMA.
Okay. I'm not sure what the 4th map was. They did play a best of 3. But yeah, Leenock did win. Well, I'll have to double check that, I guess. Anyway, Leenock won, basically, is the point. So, in their history, Leenock has been the victor.
Yep, and we have a proxy barracks.
Oh, we have 2
proxy
of them.
barracks.
We have 2 of them, and we have a hatch first. Now, oh, and the Overlord is not within a position to spot it. Wow, this is really interesting. Now,
Leenock should scout for something like that. It's dual side after all. A lot of Terran players are known to do some shenanigans on a map like that, and it's a best of 1 as well. So Leenock should definitely be aware there might be something going on. But
well,
look at him.
It doesn't matter if he scouts it at this point.
He doesn't get the pool.
He went for a really greedy play. He went 15 hatch, but then he went 17 gas, 17 pool.
Yep.
He had got so many drones before getting that pool.
And he still doesn't know about those double barracks.
No, he has no idea. He's not drone scouting at all. This is often the downfall of the best Zergs is their lack of scouting. He's got 2 barracks running now, starting to produce double Marines.
More SCVs are streaming in from the main base, and this is a really smart thing of MMA to do. He knows that he needs those barracks, and he's starting with a bunker.
Cheeky. Starting with the bunker at the ramp. He can actually put another bunker on that position. I think the 2 bunkers will wall that off.
He can actually just try to get the Marine into the corner and build the bunker at the left side of the Marine, and therefore make sure that the Zerglings are not able to reach it.
Yeah, he sees that bunker now, but it might just be too late.
Sorry, but that hatchery is doomed. I don't see Leenock defending against that. He will lose that expansion, but I have seen Leenock coming back in games after he lost his hatchery. So that game is not over just yet, but Leenock is in a very, very tough situation right now.
He's trying to get some Zerglings out to do a little bit of a counter and stop reinforcements, but it's not going to work.
Actually, thinking about it, MMA did the same thing against Leenock already once, and Leenock was able to take the game.
Really? When was that?
That was at the GSL, but right now all the thought we have a lot of drones being pulled. The Queen is out at the expansion. That bunker is up, and Leenock is going for the spine crawler. He's getting speed now for his Zerglings, but look at all those units. We have 6 Marines, the bunker, and a lot of SCVs as well. And now Leenock trying to play so cost efficient. He's taking down Marines right now, saving his Queen. He has 2 of them, 16 drones to 18 to 19 SCVs, 7 to 7. Marines against Zerglings, but that spine crawler isn't so much. Nice.
Transfuses the spine, and the spine is within range of the bunker.
Leenock, why so sexy, but still.
Bunker is hammering away at the hatchery in the meantime. He actually, how close is that hatchery to death right now?
That hatch still has a lot of hit
points right now, so he actually could even save the hatchery, which would be absolutely amazing. MMA is going to take out that spine crawler, though. Yeah, the spine crawler is going to go down.
Transfuse is not ready yet. Attacking with all the Zerglings, taking down the SCVs, and retreating once more.
And yeah,
he's getting 20 Zerglings now.
That's going to be the end of it.
Yeah.
That is going to go down, and MMA has walled off his front door in the meantime, so he's not going to lose to a counterattack right now. He's building a command center as well. Unless he leaves his depots down, but I don't think he's going to do that. Leenock now at 1 base. MMA is just owning face at this point.
Yep, Leenock is way behind. He has a lot of Zerglings, but he's lacking the resources in order to get a good economy going. And he's streaming. Is he trying to take down the bunker? I would have actually expected him to go for a counterattack, but the bunker is gone. There are only 2 Marines in there, and he's taking down another one, being salvaged.
Oh, he barely killed it off in time for the salvage. But now I know what you're talking about, by the way. I was thinking just in Providence. You're right, they did play in the GSL last season for 1 game in group play. I was thinking just there was 3 maps at MLG and 1 at the GSL.
I remember that game quite well because I sat on the bench with a coach of MMA, and he just tried to analyze the game, and at the same time he was able to take, with exactly this attack, Leenock's hatchery out, but Leenock won that game. He just tried to go for an all-out attack, went for Banelings, was able to take the match. I don't think that MLA will fall for that one again. So Leenock is now in a lot of trouble as he's down in drones, he's down in economy, he has 21 drones, 26 SCVs, we have the Mule for MMA as well, and he already has the 2nd orbital command.
Yeah, he's definitely in good shape right now.
And look at that wall in. He already put down 3 bunkers and a lot of buildings like the barracks and all the supply depots around the entrance, because he knows damn well that last time this didn't end in his favor and he does not want to lose against the Baneling Bust again.
Well, he knows he's ahead right now, and that Leenock might just go for an all-in attack to try and counterattack basically, and so it makes sense to be safe. Might as well be as safe as possible. Now, here's the thing. Leenock did make a lot of Zerglings that were not drones, but at this point he has complete map control. Excuse me. So he can drone up like crazy, and he's gotten that 2nd base up. Starting to get drones up again. He's up to 32 drones right now, making even more.
Yeah, he's now actually getting even in terms of his harvest account. He's pulling ahead. Still 2 mules. The income for MMA is really good right now, but 50 to 50 supply. The 2nd base is up. You already mentioned it. We have the map control for Leenock. He has 2 bases again. And Leenock is such an amazing player to me just because he's able to transition into whatever needs to be done. Against Naniwa, he tried a 6-pull at one time on this particular map. He transitioned into a late game after he realized that he won't be able to take his opponent down in that moment. He played against MMA as well on this map, and once again MMA is able to snipe his hatchery, but Leenock, he's just not done yet. That guy is still in the game, and he's still fighting.
So smart. Such a smart player, and he can just transition out of things perfectly. He knows when to make drones, when to make units, or drones are units too, but I mean when to make attack units. And MMA has taken his low ground though, so they're again pretty much evened up. You're right. I mean, Leenock, despite losing a base, has pretty much stayed even in this game, which is pretty amazing. Now he is going to lair, and 4 gases off just 2 base, so he wants to make sure that he doesn't lose to an attack from MMA.
I have to give it to MMA though. He is just keeping his mindset on the game, because last time he slacked a little bit off and he was punished for that. This time that won't happen. He's already getting the engineering base for the upgrade. We have the stim upgrade. He's going for concussive shell. He's just making sure that he does everything that he needs to do in order to take this game after all. His attack was quite efficient, but in the end Leenock now able to tie the supplies, tie the economy as well. But he has a hard time getting his 3rd right now. He's ahead in drones with 51 to 44. So MMA and Leenock, this is just such an amazing display of skill by both players.
Yeah, the Spire's going up now as well. But until that Spire is up, he's not going to be able to do anything about the Viking running around killing his overlords. And I'm surprised he's not being a little bit more, never mind. He might need to worry about drops as well. I was going to say that, but then I realized, well, he's not really making any medevacs right now.
There's another thing I just realized, and I'm actually amazed by that. Leenock didn't lose a single drone.
No, that's true.
He didn't lose a single drone to that attack, but with MMA using SCVs in order to build and repair the bunkers, MMA lost 5 SCVs.
There you go. And here's the drop being spotted, and he actually left 1 Marine behind. He actually is going to send some Zerglings over to deal with that drop. The Queen's forcing it out as well, so that drop doing virtually no damage.
MMA is pulling ahead in supply right now. He's on 113 against 85, but Leenock is saving up money for the Mutalisks, and he already has 1,200 minerals and 700 gas. And I have to say, Leenock is just such a scary opponent. If you're a Terran player and you shut down that expansion, You are actually thinking like, okay, I'm going to take this game, but Leenock, he is so scary.
By the way, he did kill off an Overlord there, and Leenock, just when his Spire popped out, he had to build 4 Overlords instead of Mutalisks. So now there's the Mutalisk coming, 9 on the way right now. But here's the thing, because he doesn't have those Mutas, his base is going to go down very quickly, and Leenock loses his 3rd, uncontested.
+1/+1, by the way, about to finish for the Terran player now as well. So we have him on the 1/1 upgrades, and the armorer is lined up perfectly with the upgrades, so he will be able to start +2/+2 right away. MMA with the perfect timings for those upgrades. He's not researching them yet, though.
Well, it was
beautiful.
It was a good thought. It was beautiful. No, you're right. They actually all finished at the exact same moment. Leenock is going ahead for asking for a pause, though. So something's going on here.
He might have some technical issues.
Well, yeah, I imagine so. We're going to find that out for you in just a moment. But in the meantime, we have a very close game going on. I think MMA is pulling ahead, though. He's ahead in supply. And he just shut down Leenock's 3rd. Leenock's forced to build another 3rd base while MMA just took his own 3rd.
He's actually going for the 3rd right now at the 12 o'clock position, but still I have to say, if I was a Terran player, Leenock would give me nightmares.
Oh yeah.
That guy is just, wow, something else. But now he is in trouble. He lost his expansion early on, and MMA, as Moltrap already mentioned, he's pulling ahead quite a little bit. He has 1/1 upgrades already, while Leenock is now just about to finish his +1 attack for the melee units, getting Banelings. And in that game, slight supply lead now for the Terran player as well. Getting siege tanks, by the way, now.
Yeah, that's going to be important. He is getting siege tech right now, and that's what he's going to need going into, I guess, the later mid-game when we're going to see lots of units being built up by Leenock. Because even though Leenock has just lost a base, he's one of these crazy macro players that somehow is always able to have units no matter what, and drones all the time. He's just always has a good army macroed up, so MMA's not going to be able to just sit back on his laurels and rest. He's going to have to make something happen pretty soon and take advantage of the lead he has.
The most important thing right now will be that MMA is currently just building his 3rd. Well, he has his 3rd in position already. He will upgrade it now, and I'm curious to see if he's playing it a little bit greedy, going for the orbital, or if he will actually place down a planetary. And Leenock has the Mutalisks now. So if he's able to attack the economy of MMA while building up his 3rd, that is what the next few minutes will basically be about. Because being on 3 bases for MMA against 2 of Leenock, that would be the huge thing that will give him that boost in economy that he can pull even further ahead. But if Leenock with the Mutalisk is now able to kill SCVs and maybe just pin his opponent down into the 2 bases, maybe even attack the 3rd, that might give him the edge that he needs in order to get even in economy again, build up a 3rd, maybe take a 4th as well. And it looks like they are ready. There's the GG and the go-go, and the game has started again.
We're going to get back into the game here right now, and yeah, Leenock is definitely behind right now, trying to take that 3rd at the 12 o'clock position this time. Another drop being sent out by MMA, but there are mutas in the mix now, so he needs to be very careful.
And MMA goes for the planetary. He's upgrading the planetary. He's not going for the orbital. And Leenock needs to be really, really careful. He needs...
Burrowed Baneling's not going to work.
That's
Leenock, he loves those Burrowed Banelings.
And he forgets a few Zerglings in the top right. Actually, they will be able to deal with that push. Nice.
There's drop is not going to be able to do too much. Going to be forced back. And MMA, you know, Slayer's Terrans love their drops, but today we haven't seen drops doing too well against Zergs very much.
+2 attack now researched for MMA. 1 armor upgrade for the Mutalisk. This is kind of interesting. Usually you want to research the +1 attack in order to just do that hit and run. If you research armor, that's a good indicator that you actually want to fight your opponent.
Yeah.
Nice. MMA going for the 3rd again, and he will be able to take that one down.
Wow, and that is exactly how you want to play it as well as a Terran player. Shut down the Zerg expansions over and over and over again, and that is how the best players are able to win. That is how Jockji was able to defeat Leenock in the games that he won, as a matter of fact. So, very nicely done. Now he's going to lose a medevac for free. But the mutas are forced back. So yeah, MMA has turrets up now, and a planetary at his 3rd. He's shut down Leenock's 3rd. He is in really good shape right now.
Exactly. 153 supply. controls a huge army right now. 95 army supply against 80, by the way. Leenock is on 50 drones. That's enough for 2 base. He's trying to get another third. Once again, he needs that third base, while MMA is just getting the +2 armor upgrade. And +1 armor for the Mutalisks finished. 5 additional Mutalisks are being built that will increase the count up to roughly 20.
Nope. Those Burrow Banelings were waiting for the opportunity, but they are not going to have the opportunity. No Marines walking over the top of them.
The minimap is just trying to corner that army of his opponent, but MMA is sitting tight with the tanks. One of the tanks is taken down. He knows that he needs to eliminate the tanks if he wants to attack with the Zerglings. That's exactly what he does, and he's streaming in, trying to take down the Marines. Going for it. Leenock taking down that force of MMA. MMA dropping in supply. 150 supply against 133. Leenock doing quite well.
Yeah,
I mean, but look at that. Shutting down another base in the right side of the map. He just lost his third once more.
Yep. And yeah, just very, very nicely done. MMA's his army was a little bit separated, so he lost part of it, but at a pretty good cost. And those Marines do hide in the corner successfully. Uh-oh, Leenock is going in. He's going to try and attack MMA's third, and we just heard a Baneling landmine go off, but we didn't get a chance to see it, unfortunately. But MMA just dropped in supply.
And look at them, both are tight in supply right now. Still, we have an advantage when it comes down to the upgrades for the Terran player from Team Slayers. Leenock needs that third, though. That's the thing that it evolves around. MMA's on 3 bases, and Leenock is just able to keep going in this game because he still has minerals left, but his main base is about to be mined out. And now with another drop attempt of MMA shutting down that third. This is not going to happen this time. Leenock finally defending and pulling ahead in supply.
Leenock is so good. I cannot believe that he's still in this game despite the fact that he's been kept to 2 bases the entire time. Some good scans going off, taking out those Baneling landmines. Again, MMA not getting the Raven. Now remember, by the way, just noticing this, both these guys have won their first game. So this is a match to see who's going to go up 2-0 in the group, which is a commanding position. Huge Zergling counterattack. He doesn't get the depot up. Might have another chance. Nope. Doesn't matter. The Marines are going to come back and stop that from happening.
They are... Well, MMA now has an army supply of 100 against 90, and Leenock is getting 20 Banelings. He's getting 20 Banelings, and those Mutalisks force MMA to go back every single time he wants to move out and kill those base of his opponent. Leenock is taking a 4th right now, and it's just ridiculous how good this Zerg player from FXO is. Yeah. MMA, despite that early pressure, has a lot of troubles right now, and he's playing so well.
And he needs to make sure he doesn't get caught unsieged, though. If he does, those Zerglings and Banelings could stomp down on him very easily, and that's what's happening in the middle of the map. The Marines are getting into it with these Mutalisks. It looks like Leenock is going to clean up that drop, and it was not a huge battle after all in the middle. They kind of clashed, and Leenock fell back when he realized those tanks were so many.
Both players are just in such a good shape. MMA with a magnificent play, trying to shut down the 3rd base of his opponent over and over and over again. Finally, Leenock is on 4 bases, but can he saturate them? Can he actually defend them? MMA is going for the kill once more. He's on 165 supply against 161, trying to get submarines over to the 3rd base in order to kill those drones, and Leenock is just defending the entire game.
Oh no! Oh, he does land the Bane, but it doesn't kill too many Marines. In the meantime, a ton of Banelings getting killed by tanks. And he's going to take out, he's going to polish off that top left base. Again, MMA shutting down the expansions of Leenock, and he's going to go ahead and fall back to his tank line so he cannot be followed.
With the Thors in the army of the Terran player, MMA is now able to defend against the Mutalisk a lot better. He does not have to rely on his Marines anymore. He can actually punish Leenock for targeting down units. The Mutalisks will cluster, and then the area of effect damage comes into play. But here comes Leenock going for the attack, rolling in with the Banelings, target firing from the Terran player, and that one Thor is already gone, taking out another siege tank, losing 1 Mutalisk in the process. Wow, those guys are just going for it. They are going like crazy for these attacks.
Now he needs to be careful because he does not have any medevacs there, and his Marines have been stimmed a couple times, so these units are actually very low on health at the moment. He has taken up a nice position outside of Leenock's 3rd. If he can take out that 3rd, that will essentially cripple him, but here it comes. Barely enough hit points to stim. He's just running those Marines for dear life, but they do have the ability to turn and fight. Oh!
And that Burrow was so smart, borrowing the Banelings so that the tank can actually not kill the
GG.
Banelings, but it was an effort in vain. The Marines take them out after a scan, and MMA defeats Leenock after 25 minutes.
Yeah, and that's I want to point that out again as well. Leenock, he is so good, so fast. He loves to do that. It's something that I've only seen Leenock do really successfully. A couple others try it sometimes as well. But he will burrow Banelings in the middle of a battle. When he does a run by and he runs into your base, he'll actually, as he's running up your main ramp, burrow 2 Banelings on your ramp so that when your Marines come back to clean up, he can snap them out of their existence as well.
And the timing was so insane. The tank was about to fire off the next shot that would have killed all of them, and he actually times it so that the tank doesn't get that single shot, saves the Banelings, and that was just brilliant. But
yeah, it was pretty good.
Didn't make a difference in that fight in the end.
He also knew that he was going to lose his third base. He didn't have anything else to defend against that push, and once he lost his third for the umpteenth time, he was not going to have the economy to deal with it. So MMA is going to go up 2-0 in the group. He is now definitely leading the group by far. And Leenock's going to go to 1-1. He's not out of it yet by any means. But that loss is definitely not something he wanted, obviously. Yeah, so definitely well played by MMA. I mean, he had a really good advantage from that early rush. Let's not forget about that. Leenock somehow got back into the game, but not quite far enough.
I have to say that I'm just amazed by these games. Those games are just such a great performance of skill. They just display everything in their arsenal that they've got. And I love these games today. Naniwa's match against Leenock was
Starcraft.
Great. Yeah, exactly. This is just such an amazing game, and it's so brilliant. Naniwa against Leenock was awesome. And after that, we have Leenock against MMA, another epic fight. I'm so sad that this is not a best-of-3 series. I would have loved them to take on another map and maybe even a third, but now we are focusing on the next match.
Well, we'll see more out of them later, but first, Pult versus Naniwa. A must-win situation for Naniwa, or he's going to go to 0-2. Pult wants to clinch this victory so he can go up 2-0. We're going to find out on Tal'Darim who will be the victor here at the Blizzard Cup.